Hello, and welcome to our channel Pursuit of Wealth. This channel is your ultimate destination for learning about finance and wealth, investing in crypto, informational and educational trends in finance management. If you are someone who wishes to become wealthy and are looking for smart money management options, then we are fortunate to have found each other. Using money the right way is something that every person in the world needs to understand, regardless of their age. But this practice needs to be taught to people from a young age. When they learn about this practice at an early age, they will only integrate good money values into their lives. It is so important to teach children the importance of money and a sense of how to use it because the kids who learn about money from an early age tend to achieve financial stability early on in their adult lives. For this reason only, we have come here to help you on how you, as an adult, can help by teaching kids about money. When kids adopt these habits early on in their lives, they will become permanent as they progress in their lives. Financial knowledge is given to these kids, so when the time comes, they aren't reliant on other people to earn and manage their finances. If a person is earning money on their own, they should also know how to manage it. Therefore, we will talk about some essential guides about money that kids can be told. Set an example. Kids learn what they see, and that is true in this case. When they see adults around them not spending their money on every little thing, they too will adopt this habit. A University of Cambridge study found that money habits in children begin to develop when they are only 7 years old. When a child has a sense of money from such a young age, there is no reason they shouldn't be told about money. These kids always have eyes on adults, and the more they see, the more they learn. Would you want your child to adopt the habit of swiping a credit card now and then? No, right? Then make sure not to do it in front of them. Tell them what they should spend their money on and what they shouldn't. Set a good example for them so that they go on and value money when they grow up. It doesn't matter whether it's their parents' money or their own money. Realizing the value of money is what we're after at the moment, and kids need to learn this early on. Give them insight on expensive stuff. Kids need to be shown expensive things. This makes them realize that not everything can be bought in $5 or $10. When you go out to shop, take them with you to see price tags on different things and ask you about these prices. This is so because children are naturally curious and they'll be asking you about things which they don't know. Whatever your kid would like to buy from the store, go to that item and show them the entire method of purchasing things, starting from picking it up at the aisle to keeping it in the trolley and then heading to the cash counter. Then finally, hand over the money to them to pay the cashier. This is how they'll learn the value of money as well as the procedure they'll need to carry out if they want to buy anything. Give them choices. Life is full of choices, so it is important to make kids learn that they cannot have everything in the world. This isn't a perfect world, but it is one where everyone moves ahead step by step. If your child wants multiple things at once that aren't necessarily bought, give them a choice. A choice to buy either of the things from the two. This will help them better in thinking critically. This is because they will then decide which item will bring them more benefits in their head. Give them a dilemma that either they can get the new PlayStation or the newest pair of Jordans. When you put them in situations like these, their choices will be better in complex problem solving. Plus, it will also help you save money, of course. Commissions, not allowances. Rewarding people is one of the most pleasant feelings for the person on the receiving end. Therefore, when people receive rewards for something they've done correctly, that boosts their ego and motivates them to do even better. You need to apply the same thing with kids. When kids are told that they're doing great, then that is something that lifts their spirits. For even better results, you can slip in a small bonus, which could be a small amount of money. The something we are talking about could be chores around the house. Be it cleaning your car, taking out the trash, or vacuuming the entire house. When they're done with the task, you can pay them. Don't just give your kids money to sit around the house and do nothing. Something like this will ignite a sense of responsibility inside the child, and they will want to utilize the money they get better. It is practically a win-win situation since you can get things done around the house and the kids are getting paid too. Because, after all, money isn't just given away, it needs to be earned. Just like the rest of us, the same stipulation should be set for kids as well. No impulse or panic buying. There is nothing worse than buying something you won't be using more than once or twice. This isn't something that kids seem to understand. Whatever attractive-looking thing they will lay their eyes on, they would want it to be theirs. Unfortunately, things don't work this way in life. When using their parents' money, children are likely to impulse buy rather than on their own money. This is the point where you need to say no. A kid should be told no now and then, which isn't harmful to their growth. Money doesn't grow on trees, and the quicker they realize this, the better. When they learn to respect their parents' wealth, only then will they know the right way to spend it. There is no need to buy the latest version of every toy or an expensive costume for Halloween if you are going to play the character only once and then put it away in your closet. Money should be spent on long-term investments and things that will be useful for a long time. Saving problems. Make children realize how significant saving is. Saving money is going to stick with them forever, so it is better to make them learn this habit early on. When kids begin to save money, they will know how to use it better in times of need. Speaking of times of need, we don't know when life pops up with an unfortunate situation, and so there needs to be some money which a person should have as a backup for themselves and their families. If your child can't save money when you give it to them, tell them to opt for a piggy bank or a jar in which they could keep storing the money you give to them. An even better idea would be to use a transparent jar because, from that jar, they'll end up seeing the money grow. This will bring even more motivation to the table, and so they'll want to go in deeper as much as they can. When on one day they will have $1 in that jar, the next day they'll be having $2, and at the end of the week they'll have $7. So that does count for something. When kids visualize the growth of their money, they will want even more growth with time. Guess these kids aren't different from adults after all. Donate and give away. When you have money and realize its value, you ultimately end up being concerned for people who have it worse than you. Kids need to be told that if someone is struggling in terms of their finances, then you can always give in a helping hand. Teach them the art of giving because there aren't many privileged people in the world like some. The kids could choose any charity, church, mosque, or organization that works for humanitarian causes. When these kids give away their money for the greater good, they'll realize that there is so much more to life than just wealth. Wealth is important, yes, but even more important is what you do with that wealth of yours, and giving your wealth to someone who needs it more than you at the time is an act of selflessness and humility. These are the qualities our kids should possess. Contentment. With everything we see around us and how people are restless even after spending thousands of dollars on the things that they so dearly want, there's no better time than to teach our kids contentment in their lives. To be content with oneself at what they have is one of the few secrets of living a successful life. When you become part of a race where if someone gets something, then you'll get something far better than them, it's where you lose sight of where you're going. If someone has the money to afford something like that, then let them. Your child isn't competing with other kids in terms of money. So make sure to teach your kids that it is okay to have something less because that doesn't mean you are less than them in character. Being content begins in your heart, and if you teach the same thing to your kids, they'll never be ungrateful for what they have because they know that the better thing will also come at the right time. Importance of a bank account. Finally, make sure to tell your kids the importance of a bank account. This is because a bank account is going to help the kids save a lot of money. As long as they have money in their hands, they will spend it. Whereas, if they have it stored away in their bank account, then they won't be spending it uselessly, and they'll only get access to their money when they need to buy something worthwhile. Having a bank account will help your kid manage money in the best way possible. It is super easy to manage a bank account and access their money. You can get them a debit card that will only utilize the money they'll be putting into their bank account instead of a credit card. Conclusion. Teaching kids the importance of money is necessary for today's day. Money isn't that easy to earn, and when they realize how difficult it is, they will only be brilliant in their money habits. Before their real life begins, make sure to give them all the insights about finances because these bits of advice will stick with them for life. If your kid manages money well and learns to make the most out of their finances, then you can proudly say that you've brought them up right. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and press the bell icon for more amazing content about wealth management and finance-related videos. Success is coming your way. Keep your doors open. See ya! Till the next time.